No. Okay, let's see how it turns out. Been having the same issue. See if we're sideways. Why is it doing this? Okay, hold on, guys. One of my pet peeps. Okay, I guess we're going this direction. It's all right. It's just a talking video. It's not like I have to show you guys anything. I hate sharing tech issues with you guys because they're so dumb. Just like my iPad and my phone are doing the same thing now. They are letting me stream only this way, even though I set it up to go this way. It's like, you're not set up to go this way. Yes, I am. Let me in. Okay. All right. All that to say, good morning. Welcome to a business chatty chat. I've been digging these. I don't know if you guys are digging them. And I also nixed the microphone because as cool as I thought I was getting with the microphone, I was not getting cool with the microphone. It was all cracking and stuff. Hey, Sherry. So I have been extremely busy, as you guys are probably can tell by just if you are following along with the box and the event that I am doing and the people that are coming out next week to film and also just all the things. So I thought, I'll jump in and do this chat, and I wasn't sure if I wanted to talk about systems yet because I'm in the process really of setting up a new system for my new kind of business model that I'm going to be doing. We had a bunch of people in here and then they just all dropped off. I'm wondering if our Wi-Fi is not good. Anyways, technology kick rocks. Anyways, so I'm setting up my systems and I'm working on systems with some of my business members that are current business members, and we haven't really dived deep into their systems yet because there are like steps that need to happen before you can really fine tune your system. But I just wanted to talk about it because systems are extremely important to have set up for your business and in your business. And I will be sending this out on Monday in my newsletter. It's just the weekly schedule. We talked about content planning on Tuesday, which is really important. And that is a part of your system. Like, it's just a minuscule part of your system. But realistically, what you want to know how to do in your business beyond after you've got your website and your domain name and your product fine-tuned. So basically, we really should talk about product first, but that's the beauty of videos. I can put them in whatever order I want when they're all out. The system of your product is super important. So if you already have your product exactly how you want it, it's really important to learn exactly what you do, how you do it, and how you would duplicate that if you ever needed someone to come in and help you. Also, if you're shipping product, there's a physical system there too. If you're managing digital product, there's a digital system there. So systems are extremely important. And I feel bad not knowing his name, but I was listening to a podcast. It was on Greg Groeschel's business podcast. He had a guest in there that talked about the number one reason businesses fail is because of their failed systems. A lot of us have great ideas. A lot of us have great products, but we can get overwhelmed because maybe we pop off and we get a huge order and we don't have a system in place, or we don't have a system for our marketing, so we have a great product but nobody knows about it, or maybe we don't have a system for our product. Maybe our product is garbage, and that's really important. Like, we need to have a really good product, we need to have a really good system after we've created that product, and we need to have a really good marketing system, and we need to have a really good scaling system. And so while all of these things are different in their nature, the systems are important to set up for all of them. Hey Barbara, hey Clarita, and sorry we missed Zoom on Wednesday. I've had a lot of family situations pop up this week that I just kind of had a feeling. I was like, I've been working on an event for a year, and it would just be like spiritual warfare to show up the week before I have to be on my A game and have my internet friends come and host them and have all the things. But, um, you know, it's, I mean, all good things. I know that God's in control of all of it and he's going to get it. But yeah, we've had some stressful stuff hitting this week. So, one of the reasons why systems are so important, one of the reasons why I'm working so hard on my side to show you guys. So, if you're not one of my business members, which most people who are in the chat right now are, um, I am working alongside them as I work alongside myself to build a whole new branded branch off of what I already have done and do. So they kind of know a little bit about it, but I'm going to be sharing more as I build it out so that I can be more of like an example instead of just like a hot mess. Because honestly, building your systems can feel like you're a hot mess sometimes because it's almost like the brainstorming stage. Nothing is a bad idea. We don't throw things out. Like maybe it is crazy to try something, but it might not make the cut for your actual system. So you might feel a little overwhelmed in the system creating process. I think of my warehouse as an example. I took probably a month and a half just to get 1 day's of shipping like exactly how I wanted it. And what it did was ultimately when I brought in a team of 4 people to work, plus myself, so five, I think there were 5 of us, 5 people to work, it cut the day down into about like 5 hours of work versus like what we were thinking was going to be 8.5. But because I had a system in place and I spent a month getting that system in place, I now have a system for shipping day that costs less in labor, costs less in mental need for me to really even like be stressed on that day. So that's really why systems are so important. No, Brittany. So what did Brittany ask? Questions. Send some questions in for business. Hey, Melissa. Um, any other topics you want me to do on these pop-up business lives while I'm doing these? I have loved being back live with you guys. Hey, SoCal Danielle. Um, it's actually like fun. I mean, it's not that it's never been fun, but I was just like, I've been besides the tech issues, everything else about it, I love it. Can't wait for the evolution. Thank you. I am so excited for it. I want to spend like all my time on it, but obviously CraftyCon has been in the works since last December. And so I have been torn because I'm not torn. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I know I'm supposed to be working on CraftyCon, but I'm like, I just want to work on this part of my website. What's your name? Because you're so pretty. Oh, thank you. My name is Tania, actually, and I go by Tay because it's just easier for people to say and remember. So systems important. I was thinking about doing a little live chat after this because I have so many things. Thank you, Clarita. I was wondering if things were well, I don't think that was the thing. But anyways, hi Robin. Okay, so questions about small business. There's a squirrel outside. I woke up kind of in a bad mood today. Well, I've been in a bad mood in the last couple of days and I'm just trying to figure out why, but I know why. There's a lot of things going on right now. But so I was like, I kind of want to do like an old school ranty video, but not for this topic. So I kind of wanted to like talk about systems really quick and then get off and come back on so I can do like not a life update, but just like a real life chat with you guys. I hate that I missed the few last sessions, so I need to catch up on the news. Yeah, we actually weren't live. We didn't do Zoom on Wednesday. We also won't have Zoom next Wednesday. We'll have Zoom on Monday, but because I'll have filming with my influencers coming in, I won't be live on Wednesday. But if you are somebody who is like, I really want to know more about systems and things like that, I will be doing a lot of business chats on YouTube publicly, but they will be very generalized. They're going to be something that will work for everyone, but realistically to deep dive into what you need and what your business needs, I would suggest considering joining our business membership. If you're watching this anytime in the end of 2025, it's only $15 a month. But if it's beyond that and you stumbled upon this video for some reason, we have probably a whole different system for my business membership where you can get coaching and groups that fit with what you're working on, and strategic marketing plans and different things like that. And all the people in my chat right now, most of them are people I am currently working on this behind the scenes with. So I am scrutinizing their products, their systems, seeing where I've fallen through the cracks throughout the years of just like, why haven't any of them, taken off? That's my goal, is to launch them into this process so that we can fine tune this process and make sure it's a system and processes. I was like, isn't that what we're talking about? Processes? No, systems and processes are kind of the same thing. And so while I'm setting up my system, my process needs to back that. So the process, I guess, is the physical act of making the system work. And so if you're not ready to put the work in, the time in, the effort in the hustle stages, then it might not be the season for you to have a business or start a business. I think you need to have the mental clarity. This is where I was actually talking about this with Dustin the other day. I was like, I spent a year focused on my mental health. If you're in that stage and you need to focus on your mental health, I highly suggest focus on your mental health. Running a business is not for the faint of heart. You're going to run up against a lot of things. You're going to run up against a lot of things in failure and success, is what I'm learning right now. Like, a lot is, the more successful you become in your business, the more different things you're going to struggle with. You're going to have people coming out of the woodworks to give you their opinion on everything and anything. And there's a lot there that maybe we'll do a whole video just on that, of like the downfall of success. I don't know. I don't want to complain about success. It's more of like a mental shift of just getting yourself in a space where you don't really care what people think or say, in a healthy perspective. Like, obviously there are healthy people that can speak into you and you want their advice, but then you have a lot of naysayers that are going to come up and say things that are going to try to derail you. And that's all successful people have put up with this. Let me just tell you, all successful people have. I would love to say that they haven't, but the more I've researched successful people, the more I've seen, oh, successful people defy opposition. They push through hard times. It's tough. So if you can get your mental health, I'm just going to give you a little simple process that and system that you should do before even evaluating if it's time to start and run and function and push a business. One is mental health. I highly suggest trying to work through anything that you can work through that may hinder you in the future, whether you're working with other people, whether you have some form of anything pop up. Like, so many things pop up in business that you don't realize are going to be stressors. So the less stressors you can pull from the back end by working through it, the more you can work through healthy ways to get through business stuff, and really separating personal and business. That's why I was like, I want to pop off and do personal video, because I don't want to mix these two together. But I'm a real person and you guys are real people. And so maybe I'll do a video right after this just on the reality of life. So before I get too much into that part, mental health, huge, important. And then I spent the next year, this 2025, so we're only like halfway through this year, really shifting this part of my brain to say, I'm in it for the long haul. I am ready to push through those hard things. I'm not going to be blindsided when these hard things hit me. And I am going to gear up, almost like I cleared out the mental space so that I can put on the like hype up game in my head for like, no, you've got another decade and a half of, and realistically in my head, what I'm telling myself is, you've got 2 years of hustle in you. And if you do it right, you do it with systems, you do it with processes, you've got another 30 years of yourself being in this. And hopefully something you can pass down to anyone who wants to pick this up and run with it, something that I've built. And that's also like my own prayer process. I have thought through this, like God has put this on my heart and in my path for a reason. Sometimes I feel like, why would he give me something so beautiful that I love doing, and then I complain? I'm like, stop complaining. Like, I just, so anyways, shifting my mindset to be able to endure the next parts, the parts where I'm going to be up till 2 a.m. working on my processes, so that one day I can vacation again. Pretty much like stripping it down to everything I've done in the past to wipe out all the things and mistakes I've made so that I can help my business members not make those mistakes. I launched my site and loading products daily. Whoop, whoop. My list, I can't wait to check in on your business. And then I told Dustin, I said, you know, I've seen the benefit of like hyper focusing on one thing now. It comes second nature for me to work on my mental health. It's no longer a striving thing. It's like I know, like I said, I'm having a bad day today. So like, I know what I should and shouldn't do. I know I should drink a lot of water. I know I should probably go on some walks. I know I should probably not doom scroll. I should not do certain things that are going to help me stay in that mental space. It's just second nature now. But the one thing I did not add a lot of in that system was physical health, working out and eating healthy. And that's my next year's goal. I'm like, I'm going to spend a whole year hyper focused on making sure that I am physically in good health. I want to be active every single day. One of the reasons is because, and I felt so good after the last 3 weeks, because I was in the studio sweating every day, working, moving boxes, packing boxes, and it's been 100 and something degrees out. So it's like, I did it in the heat. I did it. And so that was part of my my realization that like, I got to be willing and ready to like up and overhaul whenever I can. So that's and that is just my setup system that I'm working on. So I would highly suggest to survey if you have the desire to do those things. I mentioned Craig Groeschel. I love Craig Groeschel. He does the Global Leadership Summit. He's the creator of the Holy Bible app, but he's a huge business coach in the business world. And he's got podcasts, so I love listening to his podcast. But he's huge on physical fitness. And I would listen to him and I'd be like, yeah, you're just one of those meatheads. Like, I love everything about you, but he like talks about how his most creative ideas come when he's like in the gym and stuff. And I knew that was a thing, but I was also just like, I ain't got the desire or the time. I still don't have the desire yet. But one of the things I'm investing in myself next year, once my studio is up and I don't have to pay rent at my studio, I was like, I'm going to take a little portion of that and I'm going to get a really good gym membership, like the good one where they have like the classes and the spa and the sauna and all those things. It's not nearly as much as rent at my studio, but it's one of those payoffs that I'm like, I could work harder to work on my space if I have something that is driving me and keeping me healthy. So all that to say, sweating the girls off. Yeah, sweating the girls off. I was like, I know I don't have the other parts to sweat off, but you know, I felt like I was. So yeah, update me, guys. I know we didn't get to meet up on Wednesday, so if you guys got any business wins, I'd love to share them with the public. I don't know how much everyone is into watching these videos or listening to them, but I'm putting them out there. Something I'm passionate about and something that I'm going to be talking about for years. So one day I'll post this and be like, remember when I did this video live, even though now we have a really professional process video for you. Okay, so any updates? I also gave you guys the content plan project. If you were on Zoom on Monday, I sent you guys this. If not, you can wait till this Monday coming out. This will be the free printable that comes out. And I have my content and product schedule done. Whoop, whoop. So I actually brought these they were over in my I have the like dream center. So they were in there. And then I brought them over here because my laminator's over here. And I was like, my laminator needs to be over there because that's where I do all my paper planning. Part of my process is off. So I need to bring my laminator over there because I want to laminate these. because I've been just dying to jump into these. I was like, I want to add a business newsletter. That's been something that I don't want to just start throwing it out there because I connect with those that connect with me often. But I really do want my business newsletter to be part of my process and part of something that I have me and Tiff on the same page with. And so having that process down is important. I started working on my website, says Missy. Whoop, whoop. Missy, you missed Zoom, and I got a bunch of pictures I need to send you from a local little shop around here that I got some ideas for your products. I got 5 rave reviews on my order. Woo! That is a huge business win, Clarita. I love it. I love it. Hunter, why are you just good? He does not like, he has to have a stuffed animal to chew on. And I gave him a little crocheted doll that I got at the thrift store, and he is not having it. I wouldn't want to chew on it either. It's like yarn in your mouth. What the heck? So if you're like, well, how do you content plan? I did a little live stream this week on it, but systems and processes, this is a huge part of it. You guys help me vote on next week's. By next week, I mean I can do it on Monday, and I may be able to pop on Friday for a live business chat, but these are really easy for me to jump on and chat about. So I can squeeze them in like duplicate on a one day if I need to. Let me go to my topics that I have already planned, and I'm gonna let you guys help me vote on the next topics we chat about. I actually painted a section of my wall in black chalk so that I can write my to-do list. Oh my gosh, this would be a video actually. So let me actually make this on the list because I think you guys are gonna like this video. Believe me, I'm coming back to your comment. Okay, so there's this short video on Instagram right now that somebody shared, and the comments go for days on it. So I can share it with you guys if you want, but it was like, tell me your most unhinged ADHD hacks. And the comments are so helpful because people literally have to create hacks for themselves to be able to be productive. And the one that I just like totally stuck out to me was make a to-do list, not a to-do list. And you literally are just write things down when you finish them. And instead of being a daunting to-do list, you do your to-do list. And I've heard this concept before, like add things to your to-do list that you've already done. But like, I also am a huge fan on making sure that you have those written down, because we don't want to just be like, I painted the whole house yesterday and being like, was I supposed to do that? No, like try to pull from your to-do list, but make it on your to-do list. So that would be another one, ADHD hacks. And what I basically do is I would just read comments from that video that I'm going to read them beforehand so we don't waste time like reading the ones that are long and not that helpful. But the other topics we have is making evergreen content. Some of this might be geeky and you're like, I don't even care, but making evergreen content, how to plan your content so that it lasts forever. The power of being authentic, which I think I'm actually going to pop that one up and do the next live stream right after this. Make it cringy, starting from humble beginnings. Creating your system, that's the one we're doing today. Content planning tips, we did that on already. Time management, how to manage your time when life keeps throwing lemons and different things at you. Avoiding burnout, that's a duplicate. Making your goals equal reality. Setting a business budget up. The power of consistency and how to stay consistent. Why going viral can kill your momentum. Ooh, that's a good one. And I can say kill on, I don't know. I don't know if I can say kill on YouTube. How going viral can unalive your momentum. The power of collaboration and how to find good collaborations. Why copy, I almost read it as why coping is unaliving you. I should probably rethink putting the word on my thumbnail. But no, it's why copying is unaliving you. Knowing your target audience. We talk about that one all the time. Number 1, business success tips. Should you hard launch? That one, it just jumped in because the topic of hard lunching is like this huge thing right now. And I was like, is that even a good idea? So we need it. I kind of do. Let me go to my chat over here so I can actually read these. I'm stuck on building my website. I was looking for an example. I guess I am locked into the style now. Yeah, no, you're not locked into the style at all because Wix is free. So you can start a new Wix site before you pay for it, and you can make a new website as many times as you want to do until you find the one you like, and then you can pay for that one when you add your products in. So I don't know where you're at in that part, but yeah, this is one of the reasons why I want to have like my systems in play before you guys just jump into building websites. But one of the things I highly suggest is just make a list on paper of what you want on your website before you start building it. And this has been always something I've taught, but it's hard to figure out where to send you to get that information. So just kind of doing it in real time personally with you guys. I need to figure out what time to make different products that will be worth it. Yep, and we have a content calendar too that I think Clarita just found, but I am working on one that will be for you guys generally because mine had my stuff on it too. Like October comes out in October, and like you guys don't need to do October. That's not your thing, that's my thing. So it sounded like there was like a ATV down there, but it sounds like someone's on a dirt bike somewhere. Sometimes it's hard because we're in canyons, so like you think things are close, but they're far away and they're just echoing. Yeah, so the time of making your things is super important but that might be you needing the topic evergreen content because we're going to make evergreen products and then we'll have those special seasonal. Aurora makes it hard. Aurora is the problem. I know. Having a little makes it really hard, but that's a part of your system and figuring out your system too of like when do you work around your little's schedule. And I don't have littles right now. Not saying I won't have littles in the future. Not that I'm pregnant. I just possibly, hopefully, will be having somebody come back and live with me. That's my goal. But I will have to be working around a little schedule if that's the case. And I've been just kind of trying to gear up like, what does that even look like? But something that encourages me is I was a hustler when my kids were little. I did so much more than I do now. And it could because I was younger and I was hindsight is 2020. Like I look back and I know exactly like all the things that could happen. Back then I had no idea. So I was like, just go for it and ran myself off cliffs in certain ways, but also girl bossed to the point where I had a successful business. So I don't ever say like hustling is a bad thing, but if I could help you guys hustle in the right way, in the time management way, so that you're not just spending hours and hours doing things, and that's good. You know what? I need to go switch my laundry because I have 4 loads of laundry to do today. That might not seem like a lot to everyone, but laundry is my chore that I got under control. And I was like, holy moly, I am behind. Actually, okay, I have 4 loads of personal laundry. And then I have blankets and towels and bedding. So it's a lot, guys. But I'm gonna go switch that and then I'm gonna come back for I'm not even gonna do a thumbnail. I'm gonna just do me looking like how I feel right now. Cause I wanna talk Hot Mess Express stuff. And I know you guys love that. So I'll be back.